Welcome, people. Today is 30th of November. Welcome to the GreenFire here. We've crawled through the wormhole. We have now arrived at GreenFire, Aurora Borealis. Whee! We're going to stay in this elevated altitude for the golden eternity of this hour. So hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving with kindred folks, loved ones, friends, colleagues, associates, or maybe just a very small, intimate one of quiet. And that's something that is very precious. So that we're in the season of the holidays here, and we're going to go into Nereid Shear. We've arrived at this space. We can see the colony that we're in. We're in a new GreenFire colony here. It's a elevated space, and we'll stay here for the golden eternity this entire hour. We're going to deal with what people are thinking, what's in their hearts, what's hurting. People are hurting right now. We're going to deal with that, and we're going to have some balm of Gilead to anoint and wash our spirits clean. And then we wash our spirits clean. It's an entire biopsychic event: body, mind, psyche, and spirit. All of the above, plus the element of love. And this whole journey today is in the emerald green fire forest of love, all right? And it comes in many, many colors. So we celebrate that at this season of the Festival of Lights. There's also the birth of the Festival of Delight. We're in the Mary B moment. Mary B moment. And so, why be a doobie when you can do a doobie? Just think about that. Why be a doobie when you can do a doobie? And that makes everybody better. In this round that we're in, the celestial lights are streaming in from the consciousness of starry night in late November. Nova Ember, we're deep into ionized deep space, and it is the last day of November. Today is the 30th, so we will celebrate the days that we can here, and the days that we can coming we can celebrate. So we're going to romance the yearning and the journey of celebration, the journey without end. This is the higher road. This is the road, that winding road that across the universe that never ends. The journey and yearning of delight and mirth on earth. And this is built into our DNA. This is built into our birth print. We were birthed here to do this. Celebrating mirth on earth. So learning how to celebrate, that's the beginning journey here. The beginning journey of learning and yearning how to celebrate. And this is GreenFire. And we mentioned that all of us beings, 7.5 billion human beings, each of us are sentient beings. And we have GreenFire. And we are also self-aware sentient beings. And arriving at this Aurora Emerald Forest Borealis through the wormhole into the clearing of this radiance of celebration of light in this festival of lights, we arrive at a place of a self-aware universe all across the universe. All across the universe. Self-aware universe. We are part of that. Each one of us is part of that. Monads, monads, it's all cool. Like monads and monads, monadic and nomadic as well. So we're monadic and nomadic. We're trekkers across the universe. We're trekking further, and we're hitching a ride, and we're trucking. We're space trucking. We're space trucking. And we're creating infinite mind, infinite space in our journey to awaken to learning how to celebrate. At the beginning of this journey, we're going to have a little word. This comes from the daily word of unity, which is a really good source for a unified field, higher inspiration consciousness. The unity folks, just look them up. And the daily word from unity. November 30th. I am a unique creation of the divine. The Unity authors Richard and Mary Alice wrote in The Quest, each of us is a congregation of inert elements of the physical universe. But we are unique, vital clusters of those elements, able to walk and talk and dance and sing and think and love and contemplate our place in the universe. So let's slow this down. We are unique, vital clusters of those elements, of inert elements of the physical universe. We are able to walk and talk and dance and sing and think and love and contemplate our place in the universe. I am vital in the divine plan, for I bring my own unique perspectives, talents, and contributions to my space in the universe. I am vital in the divine plan. We say this with good heart. I am vital in the divine plan, for I bring my own unique perspectives, talents, and contributions to my space in the universe. The same holds true for everyone else as well, all 7.5 billion of us. When I meet new people, I honor our spiritual kinship by recognizing their distinctive traits and interests and abilities. The Christ in me greets the Christ in them as unique creations of a higher power. That's where we're at here, unique creations of a higher power. This is Close Encounters of the Third Eye Mind. This is Close Encounters of Loving Kindness of the Third Eye Mind. So we can be loving and kind. So we've got that in our heads now. So let's go deeper into our heart. And we're learning the celebration, the journey of celebration. I am a unique creation of the divine. In The Quest, Mary Alice Joffalo wrote, each of us is a congregation of inert elements of the physical universe. But we are unique, vital clusters of those elements, able to walk and talk and dance and sing and think and love and contemplate our place in the universe. I am vital in the divine's plan, for I bring my own unique perspectives, talents, and contributions to my space in the universe. The same holds true for everyone else as well. So we hear that, because sometimes when you hear it in a soft path, in a whisper, it goes way deep into a deeper part of our unconscious. I bring my own unique perspectives, talents, and contributions, dear friend, to my space in the universe. The same holds true for everyone else. The same holds true for everyone else. The same holds true for everyone else. When I meet new people, I honor our spiritual kinship by recognizing their distinctive gifts, traits, interests, and abilities. I honor our spiritual kinship by recognizing their distinctive traits, interests, and abilities. The Christ in me greets the Christ in them as unique creations of a higher power. The higher power is in our center, as we are. It has the as we are. We are as is. Is all there is. Is you? Is all there is. Is you? The Christ in me greets the Christ in them as unique creations of a higher power. It has the glory of God and a radiance like a rare jewel, dear friend, like jasper, clear as crystal. This is Revelation 21:11. This is Revelation. It has the glory of God and a radiance like a very rare jewel, like jasper, clear as crystal. The Christ in me greets the Christ in you as unique creations of a higher power. Aho. This is a nice tonality that we're setting here today as we're beginning the journey of learning, of celebration. This is the beginning of Advent. We have lit our Advent candle, and this is what the candle has come out in the glory of the beautiful green fire. And our interstellar relatives, enlightened beings as well from interdimensional universes are at play here tonight in learning and celebrating that we are on the journey of learning celebration called merriment. And like I said, we're going to deal with the wounded and the healing of the wounded as well. And we're all in these times after what appears to be the day of doom and apocalypse, dealing with hurt and fear and bad dreams, nightmares, just terrible things in the wind on the land. And we're going to move as a weaving womb, walk womb through the vacuum in this interstellar universe into a holonomic understanding of the beta wave consciousness as we ascend through Earth ascension, planetary ascension of Earth into alpha wave and into omega. So we'll have a little stop at the truck stop here. A little piece I wrote called Tireland. Well, come on down to Tireland, dear friend. Come on down to Tireland. We'll pump you up. You won't have to retire. This is Indian tire repair. We'll put new treads on that worn out old thread. And if you got a bruised ego and you're all pumped up, we'll deflate you some too. Because down here at Tireland, we not only pump you up, we'll deflate you if you need to be. We'll take the PSIs down to ground level, to ground your being. We'll ground you good. We'll put new treads on that worn out thread. You don't have to dread no more. Just stay in the center. Stay on the right side, on the sunny side. Your wheels won't go off. Just stay on the sunny side. Your wheels won't go off. Just go out and do it, dear friend. You may change your mind and have no reservations. Just go out and have a good day, seeing your friends, relations, happiness for everybody. This is where the rainbow ends, where happiness for everybody begins. It's a good day. Go out and play. This is the sunshine of your love. Stay on the sunny side. This is the sunshine of your love. This, dear friend, is the sunshine of your love. In motion, even if you come to a fork in the road, take the path with a heart. Even if you come to a fork in the road, take the path with a heart. Take the path. This is you walking in beauty, doing your duty. Your spiritual duty every day is to appreciate the beauty. To appreciate the beauty every day. This is the true Sundance, dear friend. This is Tireland. Welcome to Tireland. Come on down to Tireland. We'll pump you up. You won't have to retire, dear friend. This is Indian tire repair. We'll put new treads on that worn out thread, and you don't have to dread no more. Just stay in the center. Stay on the right side. Your wheels won't go off. Your wheels won't come off. Stay on the sunny side. Just go out and do it. You may change your mind, have no reservations. Go out and have a good day, seeing friends, relatives. Happiness for everybody. It's a good day, dear friend. It's a good day. It's a good day on the good red road of life. This is the sunshine of your love, dear friend. Feel this radiance. This is the sunshine of your love. On this journey of learning, of celebration, this is the sunshine of your love in motion. Even if you come to a fork in the road, take the path with a heart and ask this one question only: does this path have a heart? And how does this affect the 7th generation yet to come? This is you walking in beauty, doing your duty, your spiritual duty to appreciate the beauty every day. Well, come on down to Tireland, dear friend. This is the true Sundance, and we'll pump you up. That's really quite incredible, and we honor that because this is the gifting of the nuggets, the nuanced nudges. So we get nudges here and there, and sometimes it's in our sleep and we almost might fall off the bed. We get a bump or a nudge. These are the little nudges. There's in those little nudges, there's lots of fudge. So there's lots of fudge in these little nudges. And inside of that is black walnuts. And inside of that is gold nuggets. Good for the joy of the journey of learning, of celebration. And this road never ends, dear friend. This is the path less taken. This is the journey that never ends, the high winding road. And it goes up and around and down and all or through and back around this way and over here, then back down around, and then somewhere we don't know because we forgot. We got lost in the echo of the thing that we forgot. And that took us around the bend so we can see something new, like a sunrise or a new surprise, a beautiful being of nature, a blue jay, an eagle, a little warbler, a little wren, a little friend. These are the things that keep us following the breadcrumbs. We are following the breadcrumbs, and that's who we are. We're good at following the breadcrumbs. We're good at mapping out our terrain, and how we do that is get down and use all of our senses, all of our sight, smell, hearing, touch, feeling, all of our senses, hearing and fragrance, and then we follow the breadcrumbs. We're mentally marching into Martians. And this unfolds as we get into the deeper embers. We're going in. We're deep diving into the deeper embers of Nova Ember and coming deep December. The deep dark night of December. And we're deep diving into this divinized, solarized event, even as it is a starry night, into Deep Nine, Space Nine, and beyond. Because we're space trucking beyond the ionosphere, where we have discovered the noosphere. That's where the self-aware universe begins. It's surrounded by the noosphere. Inside a tetrahedral bubble, a dome, a biome of this Velatropa planet, a biome of good friends, this holiest Aqua Terra, this blue-watered Mother Earth, this water planet. We are part of this consciousness, and let us breathe it in. That's pretty good. We celebrate the journey of that. In that note, we will move to the next note, which is some beyond affirmations. We hear a lot about affirmations and visualizations. Well, that's very good, and it helps us with our meditation. But beyond affirmations and visualizations is a little thing called body wisdom. So this is the feeling body, which is empathy, which is, empathos, the empathic. This is a journey into the empathic. we're using our imaginal body, our imagination, for a journey into the empathic, the feeling body, which surrounds the causal. Well, we have this different bodies. We have different energy bodies. One is the causal field, then the acausal, which is that which is seemingly random, but which is not. It is more like archetypal, which is more in the symbolic realm. And what we're moving into first is like visualization and affirmation. We visualize these things, we see, and we breathe, and we center ourselves into a mental journey. We transport ourselves into spaces of healing and radiance and celebration. And we're getting really fairly good at that. We don't necessarily need movies, maybe music a little bit, but we can do it in our own inner mantra, in our own inner journey, inner visualization. That's when we visualize our possibility of being. And then we draw in the energy of the possibility of being and activate that so that becomes an energy of becoming. Well, beyond and within that, those are all really good portals to transport oneself. There is another one as well that's not well known. It's called the wisdom body. Okay, this is the wisdom body, and that's the feeling body, which is the empathic. We're journeying into the empathic on this learning. We're learning to explore and celebrate. So this is a journey of learning this empathic body, this mind body, the body, and within that is feeling and emotions. So this whole thing is going to be amplifying our feelings and our emotions so that we can get those flowing. Because the flow is the way to go. And we want to get our feelings and emotions. So that's in our empathic, our feeling body. So we can really feel it. That's visceral, it's palpable, we can touch it, we can feel it. It's in our body, we know it because it's our body wisdom. When you get it in your body, you know that's true because you own it. Okay, so there was a person who was really good at this. His name was Dr. Wayne Dyer. And Dr. Dyer was a very giving person. He did many things on public education and did many workshops across the country for years and did many giveaways. He was very generous. And that's where we want to go here. Is this part of generosity is part of the journey of celebration. In this season especially, but in all seasons, especially this season. Dr. Wayne Dyer recently died in August of 2015, and he was beloved by many, many people. He had sold, he had written at least 8 books and was a bestseller at least 4 or 5 times over, and I think he's probably has tens of millions of books in print, and he has been translated into other languages, probably 20 to 30 countries around the world. And he did a lot of really good work on public television, especially around fundraising time. So don't forget, always give to Channel 18 PATV. You need to have a friend. PATV is a good friend, and they would love to have a little donation here and there. Danya, that's a Sanskrit word for giving and sharing. Danya, which is the root word for donation. So you can go ahead and, you could send some money or donate it online or just send it to Channel 18 Iowa City. It would help out a lot, and a lot of people would be gratified by your becoming a friend of PATV. So that's the Dr. Wayne Dyer did public television and did many more than affirmations, did many television specials on public access television, more like public television. And so I was watching him the other day, and I really appreciated his life, and I decided to take some understanding of what his message and communication was, and sat just and soaked up and composted about 3 hours of his work. And these are the some of this stuff I'm sharing is a body awareness. Mind body is a feeling body, the empathic body, okay? So we've arrived at that place, and this is the wisdom of Dr. Wayne Dyer to take us into the wisdom of the mind-body affirmation. He would say things like, the things we love, we must learn to leave alone. That feels pretty good, and most of us don't think of that from time to time, but it's a good reminder. The things we love, we must learn to leave alone. Like, we don't mess up our nest, you know. We honor our abode, and we keep our good and clean and warm and nurturing and bright. The things we love, we must learn to leave alone. So we don't want to be too critical of anyone. We might say what we have to say, but leave it at that. The things we love, we must learn to leave alone. Okay, so he had these 12 different things, these affirmations, but they're not affirmations. These are more like empathic body feeling, the wellness of being and the wellness of that feeling. Okay? So within the wellness of being is the wellness of feeling. And inside of that well, there are 12 assertions, little nuggets, breadcrumbs that we can pick up, follow the breadcrumbs. These are 12 breadcrumbs. 1, we want more for others than for ourselves. We want more for others than for ourselves. And then this is a very interesting one. It's very intriguing and kind of turns your ear, turns your head, turns your eye, turns your whole kind of attention and turns it sideways or turns it around. This is one that's called 2. Think from the end. For example, if you want to see yourself free of an addiction, and every one of us is addicted to something, what he means by thinking from the end is think from the end to see yourself free from that addiction, and then work backwards from there. Say like you want a book or a car, or the painting or whatever it is that you want to have in your life for whatever reason, as long as it's a good reason. Think from the end. You know, see yourself having that car, that book, that painting from the end, and then work backwards. Like think from the end. See yourself in the picture with that which you are what it is that you are working for. Okay, the object, your ideal. See yourself in it. That's the feeling. See yourself in the picture with that car, with that book, with that painting. Who knows? It may be a special romance. So be open with the mind. So 3, be an appreciator in your life. Be an appreciator in your life. So this is really quite good. The path with the heart, be an appreciator in your life. Look for that which is valuable. Not all the mica and all the false gold. No, forget that. That's just dross. That's worthless. Look for that which is valuable. 4, stay in rapport with source energy. You could change that to stay in rapport with the Great Spirit, stay in rapport with the Great Mystery, stay in rapport with the Divine Mind. Call it Great Mystery, the One. Stay in the One. Call it God. Stay in rapport with God. Stay in rapport with source energy. 5, understand resistance. That means fear. The resistance that we have to keep us from having what we want in our lives. That's called resistance. And that's this thing, that can't happen. The ego, there's a lot of ego stuff there. You can't do this, you can't do that. A lot of shame, a lot of blame, fear. Stay in understand resistance. Understand it. That's a lot of the ego stuff that says you can't. There's a lot of negativity there. That you can't do this, you can't do that. Limiting possibilities. That inner dialogue, that inner mind, that nattering nabob that always is chattering away. They call it Aunt Ninny. Aunt Ninny's in there saying you can't do this. Ninny, you can't do that. Ninny, you can't. That's just stay in. Just understand that Aunt Ninny and that resistance, because you're going to learn to dissolve that dialogue, or that when Aunt Ninny goes on stage and does her elocution, you're going to start doing interlocutory time on Aunt Ninny. Her elocution will get dissipated, softened, and shrunk. But understand this resistance. It's really important. 6, see yourself surrounded by the conditions helping you. Basically, follow the breadcrumbs. See yourself surrounded by conditions that are optimal to becoming what that is that you want. And see yourself in the picture of becoming what you want. This is all process here. You could call it process theology, but I call it Process Individuality 101, because we're processing ourselves to a higher good. So see yourself surrounded by conditions helping you. Follow the breadcrumbs. It's kind of like, Goldilocks. Follow the breadcrumbs. Understand the art of allowing. So this is 7. Understand the art of allowing. This is called the path of least resistance. Understand the art of allowing. We're going to learn how to allow. Understand the art of allowing, because each of this is a little more dribble, drop from the fountain for allowing for flowing, for the allowing of flowing, the allowance of flowing. Understand the art of allowing. This is kind of like, the flowing, getting the flow going. After we understand the art of allowing, the path of least resistance. And 8, practice radical humility. We take care of the least of these. That's what we do. Donation. That flows back in a feedback loop to the first, which is we want more for others than for ourselves. And then it feeds back in reinforcement with practice radical humility. So that is a caring for the least of these. And that goes in all different directions. It could be educational, it could be students, it could be elder people who are hungry or cold or need medicine, or young people who are hungry and cold. All human beings have a need. And the one thing that bonds all of us human beings together, we may think we got our gig together and we're all good, well, that's cool. But the one emotion, the one thing that bonds all human beings is we are lonely. And we need each other. That's the human possibility. It's not the human limit. No, this is the human possibility based on some really deep emotional needs. One is every one of us, 7 billion people, get lonely. So we need one another. We need one another to love. We need one another to live. We are one another when we understand that we all share in that same need. So we can transcend it because we're all part of it. Well, that's 8. Practice radical humility. And that again goes back to we want more for others than for ourselves. 9. Be in a constant state of gratitude. So this helps us lift up our attitude, which is to be in a constant state of gratitude. So you get up in the morning. I don't know if you like coffee. I do. But maybe you like tea, or maybe you just have some glass of milk or something that is your morning drink. Well, in that constant state of gratitude, we have simple gratitude. So in the morning, gratitude for the cup of coffee. Just simple gratitude for the morning cup of coffee. That's plenty enough. Simple gratitude for the morning cup of coffee or the morning whatever when we wake up. We're gratitude. And we don't, so we be in a constant state of gratitude, which then elevates in a very nice way, like breathing in and breathing out, coming in and going out of the tides. This state of gratitude leads us to be generous. When we are grateful, we're able to become more generous, and we have more hospitality. So we give hospitality, we receive hospitality. We're more generous. So this is the Christmas state of mind all year round, right? We happen to be in the last day of November, and we're into the beginning of Advent and the beginning of the Festival of Lights and the holiday season and the sacred seasons in all traditions. But this is the attitude of giving all year round. It's a Christmas state of mind where we being a constant state of gratitude helps lead us to becoming generous and giving hospitality. And it sure feels good to be generous. It's a good feeling, and we all know that. So the number 10 is don't resolve a problem by condemning it. So like we all have problems, but we can't resolve a problem if we condemn it. So we shame it. So that's kind of a new one. We may not have underheard this or understood this before. We can't resolve a problem by condemning it. In other words, no shame. If we have a problem, let's not condemn it. We don't want any shame here, because that'll just stick around. It's just like old glue, old putty, or whatever. And so we got to dissolve that. So this will help us. This is really nice. We can't resolve a problem by condemning it. Okay, 11. Let's play the match game. So there's this game called the match game. I don't know, it was on the tube at some time. So maybe you can look up some old tube, get on the YouTube or Google in this game called Match Game. But the match game we're talking about here is with the divine source, all right? The source of all life, the source of all everything, the divine light, the source of all light. We're in the center of that. So let's play the match game with the divine source, with the Great Spirit. So the Great Spirit gives in some, and we match it. It's like you got a billboard, and we got a matching grant. You've heard of these things? I will put in this much if you put in this much. I will match your grant. So I will, so then we get the greater good is that's the higher purpose for the greater good. More than the sum of all of its parts, that's who we are. So we play the match game, which is the field of intention. I intend to match this donation, which is a donation from my heart literally to myself. We play the match game with the higher self, with the source, the divine, the great mystery. We play the match game. I will cooperate with the universe mind, and I will set a field of intention. So we're setting up a field of intent, which is will. I will to do this, which is this positive match game thing for the higher good. 12. In all the universe, there's the duality, lightning, thunder, cold, warm. You think there's opposites everywhere. But when we meditate, let's not have any opposites. Just we meditate. We can call it prayer, call it reflection, meditate. And in the meditation is the silence. And that is where duality stops, in the silence. You can't cut silence. You can't slice silence. You can't divide silence. You can't divide God. So we meditate. That's the 12th that takes us back to all the other little nuggets on the trail here, little breadcrumbs. And this 12th breadcrumb is meditate, silence, another breathing in silence. And the more we center ourselves in silence, we center ourselves in the divine source. And there we find that you cannot divide God. That is the silence. So we stay in the gap. Basically, we stay in the gap. So these little 12 nuggets, breadcrumbs, are part of the gift of Dr. Wayne Dyer in this feeling body. And the feeling body is, call it the field of intention. And then we go into like what may little helpers be that help us lead us into and remain inside the wisdom of the feeling body, which is beyond the affirmation, visualization, which is more of a mental affirmation reflection. This is your wisdom body. It's literally feeling. You feel it in your body. And if it's not in your body, then that's where we want to start working. Want to feel it. It's a feeling that counts here. So imagination. I am encircles the world. This imagination that I am encircles the world. I must be able to feel it when I feel that I am presence. The imagination I am encircles the world. We must be able to feel that. This is the journey. This is the little steps. This is the feeling. We crawl a little bit, and we kind of get up and look around, but we're feeling. We're all feeling. We get up. This is where we're at here. The I am, the imagination is where it encircles the world. We must be able to feel it. We're in the little child's conscience. And remember, you must be able to see the world through the eyes of a child in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. Well, dear friend, heaven is nothing more than a state of the elevation of this understanding. Heaven is nothing more than a state of the elevation of this understanding. So you want to be like that child, that innocent, that child awareness, child innocence, child feeling body, where child doesn't filter, a child feels. I'll let you know. So in order to, if we want to assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled, so like we're in the realm of dream time here, and we want to assume the feeling of having our wish fulfilled. This is bringing into our lives the higher good and the higher vibrational frequency of what we're here to dance with, okay? We're here to dance with a higher potential. And the imagination says that, and so we want to assume the feeling of having our wish fulfilled. So that's that part where we talk about where we work from the end. You see, we think from the end. So what we do is we assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled already. We assume the feeling of our wish fulfilled already. And so first we imagine. And as Thoreau says, we advance in the direction of our own dreams until our own dreams are met with success. Thoreau says, advance in the direction of your own dreams until they're met with success. And this is very unexpected in common hours. So what I'm saying here is this alpha-beta duality, small reality, small r reality. You don't hear this discussion or this dialogue in the everyday give and take, call it the real world, which is really the unreal world. Let's think about the unreal world is the real world, and the real world, quote, the real world is actually the smaller unreal world. So we're doing this understanding at a deeper level so we can unfold these tools that are in our presence as part of our birthright. And so Thoreau again says, advance in the direction of your own dreams until you're met with success. And that when I say the unreal world is the real world, this is unexpected in common hours. So that's another term for the real world, common hours. This is unexpected in common hours. This is not part of the language landscape. And so in these feelings we want to express in our body, such as, I feel healthy. So these are feelings we express in our body, and we express them as feelings. I feel healthy. I feel strong. I feel able. I feel healthy. I feel strong. I feel able. And there's very positive, and it's still the feeling in the body. I feel this. It's not like I am visualizing this. I feel it. So when you get to the level of I feel it, we're getting somewhere. The feelings are expressed in our body, this body wisdom, this empathic body. This imaginal body as well. This is another, but we're in the empathic right now. This is so be what you want to be, and the change of feeling, our change of feeling, dear friend. See, because universe mind is open. If you say this, it will respond to that. If you come in with a lot of negative, that's what you're going to get. And a lot of times, because this is the universe is reflecting what it's getting, and it reflects it back out. Okay? So be what you want to be. Be careful how you're programming yourself. So the change of feeling is a change of destiny. So you change your feeling. It's not like some airy-fairy out there kind of thing. We change our feeling, all right? So we're working on that. We're changing how we feel about things. Gratitude leads to latitude, leads to altitude. We have a wider perception of our being with gratitude. Yes, put some latitude in our attitude, and we'll have some gratitude. So we put latitude in our attitude. So this change of attitude, this change of feeling, is also a change of destiny. Okay? So we're getting a hint here at something more. But just let it reveal itself on its own. We assume the feeling of wishes. So I feel healthy, I feel strong, I feel able. So we're beginning to assume. All right? We're beginning to assume the feeling of our wish fulfilled. That's what that means. The change of feeling is the change of destiny. So we assume the feeling of our wish fulfilled in all aspects of our life. So that's not all at once. There's the little transitions. Yes, and yet at the same time, this feeling is leading us toward our wishes fulfilled in all aspects of our life. And that is also learning this key one, which is number 5, which is to understand resistance. So we want to always understand what we say. This can't happen, the ego stuff, this and that. We got to understand that, so we embrace it. Okay? So there's little aphorisms along the way. And Emerson said, the ancestor to every action in the known universe, the ancestor to every action in the known universe is a thought. Okay? And the Tao says, there is no way to happiness. So we're getting at here, the way to happiness, so learning and celebration. There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. We've just had it backwards. We would say there's a way to happiness. Over here, you go and buy this thing. No. The Tao says there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. That's where we're clearing out all this muckety-muck yuck stuff. And getting into the well-proportioned feeling body. I feel these things in a positive way. Not just, negative emotions. We're dealing with that, but we're going from positive feelings here. And then Lao Tzu says, we can accomplish much by trying less. Okay? You see this feeling, letting it be gentle. We can accomplish much by trying less. And a few more affirmations. Lao Tzu says, well-being is the anchor of the universe. So Lao Tzu was 600 BC, and he wrote the Tao Te Ching, the Tao. He wrote the Tao, which is the watercourse way, which was the pretty much like the New Testament or the scripture for the Chinese culture, which is called the Tao. Very simple, but very powerful wisdom. And Lao Tzu said, well-being is the anchor of the universe. And Thoreau says, our truest life is when we are in our dream awake. Our truest life is when we are in our dream awake. And along with accomplishing much by trying less, we can also be strong by bending. You see? By yielding. We can be strong by bending. That's very powerful. This is deep wisdom here. Be strong by bending. See the other person, like this other. See the other as knowing what's best for themselves. That's inner knowledge that goes right back to their DNA, to divine wisdom. See others as knowing what's best for themselves. Of course, being present in the moment. But these are really deep nuggets along the breads for following the breadcrumbs. See others as knowing what's best for themselves. And that little song that we all sing, okay? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So we're going to look at this a little bit. It's very beautiful and very simple. So let's understand this and breathe this in a little bit. Row your boat. Okay, row your boat gently, gently. Row your boat gently down the stream. Row your boat gently down the stream. Down the stream. Down the stream. Not up the stream. We don't need resistance. We don't want resistance. Understand the art of allowing is the path of least resistance. That is the path of flowing. The art of allowing is the path of least resistance. So when we're rowing our boat down the stream, that's the path of least resistance. We don't need resistance. Down the stream, going with the flow in this particular sense. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. We go merrily. This is part of the learning of celebration of this season, and this all seasons song, merrily song. Merrily, merrily, life is but a dream. But we are gently rowing our boat down the stream, not up the stream, not against the current, not with resistance. We're rowing down the stream, gently, gently, gently. Down the stream, merrily, merrily. This is the stream of life. Merrily, merrily, merrily. We're in the stream of life. So in these times, when these are difficult times and a lot of fear is going around about loss of jobs, loss of income, race, loss of health care, a lot of fear, different ethnic groups having fear, and different economic and sexual gender groups. This is designed to lighten us up a whole lot, dear friend, and getting all in this boat together. And we're going to row our boat gently down the stream, merrily with the stream of life. We got to keep the stream of life, no resistance. We're going to be gentle with one another. This is the path. By being strong, we're strong by bending, all right? And so we row our boat gently, and we are strong by bending. And we accomplish much by trying less. We accomplish much by trying less. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And this will be merrily that we are rowing our boats. A little song in our heart. Merrily, there's joy, joy of the journey. And this journey is the learning of celebration, the early little breadcrumbs along the way, like we're little kids, like the child's mind, the innocence. That's where we're at. And so we're embracing all of this. And in that such a sense, dear friend, we set our innocence free, our inner child. We set our magical child on a course with a path with a heart. We set our innocence free. The things we love, we must learn to leave alone. And in this sense, heaven is nothing more than a state of this elevation. And that's some of the gifts that we want to honor in the recent passing of Dr. Wayne Dyer. We thank him for his gift on his journey. And all of this is a gift of the journey along the way of the journey of Dr. Wayne Dyer on this immense journey. And he made great contributions. And he sang merrily, merrily, merrily. And he rowed his boat gently. He was a gentle soul and a great source and a great giving person. And that's what you call danya, which is donation. Danya is a Sanskrit word, sacred word for giving. And in this sense, I want to do a Thanksgiving poem and then a letter for, let's see here. Let's do this first. This is written just today. And this is what the Zen Master says. The Zen Master says, we shall see, we shall see. The Zen Master sits back in all this hubbub and looks far away. The Zen Master sits back in all this hubbub and looks far away. There are fears of many different kinds, dear friend, real concerns about loss of jobs, about loss of income, healthcare, whether it's adequate and vibrant or any at all, Medicare, the jobs, concerns and fears about jobs going south and jobs going overseas, and the rising tides on both coastal plains, the loss of status, the loss of class, and the loss of self-esteem. This is deep cutting across the digital divide. This is deep cutting and across the digital divide. And the rising tides on coastal plains of many large cities, record global warming, record heat in successive months all year long, record warm year in the year 2016. And yesterday, 2 days ago, we had 5 tornadoes on November 28th in Iowa. Global warming again. This is and record heat, and then second time, all-time record floods again this year in September. Record humidity, fears of war on the poor. Hordes coming out of the far right. The hordes coming out of the far right, marching. The fears of a Reich. Skinheads, goons, brown shirts, goose step and swastikas the fears are that they are invading many folks' dreams. Ethnic groups are hunkering down. They know which way the wind blows. An ill wind, an eerie, sharp siren. Don't need a weather vane to tell you which way the wind blows. And the wind blows across the plain in many myriad ways of mind. And of Uriah. Uriah Heep screams, don't let them invade your skull. So, dear friend, all this fear, leave it at the door. Don't let this invade your skull. They want to be the mind parasites and want to invade your skull. But here's what you do. Don't let them invade your skull. Keep a place set aside just for you. Perhaps a room. Let no fear, no furies in. Perhaps a place in a room. Bolt, lock, safe it. Perhaps a basement. Perhaps the attic. Let no one in. Make this your sanctuary. Make this your mental space, your psychic space, your emotional space, your spiritual place, your well-being space, your sacred place. Keep to this. The things we love, we have to learn to leave alone. Dear friend, this is where the Anawim begins, our sacred community. Perhaps it's a favorite booth, corner, or chair at the coffee house. Make this your great good place. The fears of deep repression flood the land. The Zen master says, we shall see. We shall see. Be well, dear friend. We're well. We're good. Peace.